Ricky here with Breaking Your Barriers, coming to you with our segment on hanging out with local heroes. Now, today's local hero is a friend of mine, and she's going to be sharing a story that we all need to hear. She started out doing media, and it's something she loved. She always loved media. However, it was taking a toll on her health. She was getting ill, she was getting mentally messed up as well. So everything was going downhill. She had to quit. And what she's going to share today has to do with health and wellness. This is something that impacts not only the Philippines, where this local hero is located, it's a global impact that we need to take into consideration. And it gives me such great honor to have my friend Pink Caimen on the show today to share not only her story of health and wellness and being an advocate for it, but also where she began and why this is such a passionate subject for her. With that said, it gives me amazing pleasure to introduce my friend Pink Caimen.
It's my pleasure. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm honored to be here with you, Ricky. And I'm so excited to inspire more people. And this is another platform, another channel, meaning another community will be inspired. And I know I'm guided by God to, say the right things to say and give them inspiration to empower more. And that's our goal in Naturopaths in Manila, as one of the hosts in Naturopaths in Manila, to inspire one soul at a time, empower one soul at a time. And that's our heart's joy. And then one is already enough for us. And if there's more than one, of course, really something great.
I'd love for you to share your story, how you began. Why is fitness, why is health, why is naturopathy very important to you? What caused you to get into this?
I love that question. I seldom tell this to my friends unless they, ask me. So that it was 2011, and we're taping a gag show, and our cashier showed me the picture of her daughter's breast mass or cyst. So that was taken from her chest. So I was really shocked, and seeing that picture, I was just, worried the whole day. And then that night itself, I checked myself, I examined myself, and I felt that there was something. And so the next day I go to the doctor, I went to the clinic, and I have the doctor, I let the doctor check it, and she said, oh, there's a lump. And then please come back to me after few days or several days after your period, so that we could really make sure that it's a cyst or a lump or a breast mass. So I went there, and yeah, it's confirmed that it's a mass, it's a lump, that I have to see a surgeon. So I went to the surgeon, and I was advised to have it removed by a minor surgery. So that was 2011. Like after 2 weeks, yeah, after 2 weeks, on that day when my art cashier showed me that picture, 2 weeks after, I underwent surgery, minor surgery. So after my surgery, I asked the doctor, where did I got this? Why,
Mm-hmm.
how come? What's the reason I have this lump on my chest? So the doctor just told me, you know what, there are people who are really susceptible to these lumps, but the doctor doesn't really explain about the genes. Just there are people who will get this, and there are people who are not going to get lumps or cysts or masses in their bodies. So I was like, okay. There's no such thing as coincidence. I don't really share to this friend of mine, but that day I shared to her what happened to me. And then she told me, you know what? I also have so many lumps on my chest. I have many cysts on my chest. But my doctor didn't advise me to get it removed. So like I was, bam, what? What's wrong with the world, Mom? I only have one, and the doctor told me to remove it. And you have so many of it. Why? Why? Why don't you have? Why does your? Why did your doctor told you that you don't have to remove them? So I did my desk researches, Google everything, books, and I found out that it's not really about the genes. It's all about lifestyle. So that time I started doing exercise, sleeping enough. The doctor told me also that there's a possibility that it will come back. The cyst will come back and grow again. So I told myself I have to take care of myself. I don't want to experience that surgery again because it's painful, and for me it's sort of a trauma.
Pink, I
Yeah.
it was I wanted to ask you because y- trauma is the key word. But more importantly, when you get that kind of news, it is life altering. It is devastating. It makes you want to give up on life. I wanted to know personally, and I'm sure our listeners want to know, what was your mindset when you heard that terrible news? What was your mindset? What, because before you moved on to becoming this amazing advocate rather for health, what was your mindset at that time?
My mindset at that time, I was really young then, and I really don't have this kind of philosophy that I have. I just wanted to live. I just don't want to hurt myself.
Right.
I'm really scared of, injection, going to the hospital. So that moment I said, as much as possible, I want to take care of myself, that I don't have to go to the hospital. So I did my research and I found out that really lifestyle can help us prevent this. So that time, juice detox is really something, and of course, eating more vegetables in our diet is really very will help us physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So I did that juice detox, and I started exercising. I really don't have, I never thought I would want to exercise. I'm not, I was 24 then, and my goal is only to live my life every day, to earn money. That's my only goal. And I have castles left and right, so many shows left and right. So really, looking back,
Mhm.
I'm watching myself again last night. Those years. My life's really chaotic. It's just the glamour of my job.
Yes.
That's my only that's my only treasure back then, that I'm in that TV station. I'm doing these projects. That's my only thing, my treasure back then. And I wasn't aware of health and wellness and fitness.
Right.
I don't know those things. And I even forgot I, I don't go to church already. I'm not, I didn't, I forgot to go to church because of my jobs. So,
I'm curious, in your job, did you ever partake of smoking, drinking, eating
um,
so much
drinking and
fatty?
eating so much.
Gotcha.
I'm really into, cakes, ice creams, sugar, 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 sugar. And of course, my genetic predisposition is, of course, I'm susceptible to those things. And back then, I have so many allergies. So I cannot eat seafoods, eggs. I only eat meat. But now, I'm a pescatarian. So imagine that. I'm only eating seafoods right now and eggs, and I don't have allergies. So
I
just
need
because of lifestyle change, my allergies are gone.
I need to ask you because in I'm sure most people are probably going, whoa, why is Ricky interviewing all these heroes? In my life, and the reason I'm sharing this is because in my life, my hero was my band teacher. And the reason I'm sharing that is because I can imagine somebody in your life had to be some kind of an inspiration of some sort to you. So my question is, who was this magical person that took you from horrible disposition to this amazing person that you are today?
Well, it's been years that I've been working on myself.
Hmm.
I have so many influence. Our teacher in our Hattic Yoga and Pranic Healing, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, and he left the physical body already in 2000, I think 2007. And my life changed because of Pranic Healing and our Hattic Yoga. It's all about spirituality. And spirituality balanced with, material and spiritual technology.
Right.
So that's why I love doing this thing. And it made my life easier because so many teachings, very practical, very practical, but then it will make you a better person. So, but of course, my pains before, if I am not sick, I will not get into this thing, actually. And I really treasure those pains that I have before. If I'm not sick, maybe right now I'm still, doing my own thing, just the money, 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 money. For a year, I was really taking care of myself.
Yep.
But after a year, I was slowly going back to my old me. Yeah. So again, I feel like I wanted more money again. I wanted more jobs again, more shows. Go,
Yep.
go, go. And 2015, one day, I know I didn't have enough sleep then. Suddenly, there's something here. Again, there's a lump
Oh,
on my
wow.
neck. And this time, it's different. It's swelling, it's painful. For like 3 days, it became big like this. So from nothing, just painful, and after like 3 days, it became so big. And I was like, what's this? I really don't know. So I went to the doctor, company doctor, and prescribed me with anti-inflammatory and antibiotics
Hmm.
3 times a day. And for 2 weeks, nothing's happening. No improvement. So I went to the hospital. So all the you call this, the procedures that they have to do to find out what's happening to me, um all clear. So normal procedures like x-rays, my what's sputum,
Like a swab test.
yeah, swab, everything, my blood test, everything is normal.
Right.
So they told me we must do another procedure that's more, when you hear these procedures, you know that it's something
Scary.
scary. So here we go again. So I heard biopsy. They have to biopsy my neck. They have to get specimen from here, and
Right.
endoscopy in my nostrils. So the doctors are suspecting that I have something in my sinus, or maybe I don't know. I cannot remember already. This is the moment I already cried.
Yep.
Like I felt it's more than what I felt in 2011. I thought I'm going to die that time. I really thought that it will be cancer or tumor, because biopsy, endoscopy, those were the things that's really connected and related to those. Because I don't have any knowledge about health and wellness, you know. So that's how it went. And looking back again, it's the same lifestyle. No church, only money, 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 glamour, job. Yeah.
The old saying of health is wealth is so true, but we take it, and you're a perfect example. I'm a perfect example of that too. We take our body for granted because when we're young, we think we're invincible.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I know exactly where you're coming from because now, I worship my knees because I do eat, I do keep myself in shape. I do keep myself eating wonderful food. So hearing you say what you said is a wake up call, not only for you, not only for me, but for those of you that are listening to this. It is a wake up call. No matter what age you are, it will come to kick you in the butt if you do not take care of yourself
Really.
now.
You don't wait for the life to teach you the lessons.
Yes.
It's good that you have a teacher right now, that you have parents right now who's telling you what to do. Because if you follow them somehow, problems, sufferings like this are inevitable. Prevention is better than cure. So, but of course, that these things are meant to happen. We grow at our own pace. These pains for me, but these are pains, these are sorrows, sufferings. But right now, looking back, they are also part of my treasures. Aside from my health and wellness, or everything that I have right now, those things, my sickness before, those are also my life gems. From that day on, I went back to church again,
Thank you, God.
research again. Yeah, and then, of course, I have already learned my lessons. And up to the extent that I shifted career, few months later, I stumbled, to the extent that I wanted to become a vendor in an organic store of vegetables. So, you know, because here in Valenzuela, we don't have access for this
Gotcha.
organic vegetables. And these vegetables are only in Makati, Quezon City, San Juan,
Right.
Green Hills, those in the south. So here in like Kamanava area, we don't have that here. So I have to travel to to these places. And for me back then, it's hard to go to these places because I don't really, it's far for me. Those places are so far. So I said I have to work in an organic store.
Pink, what you're sharing is amazing because of the fact that we here in the United States, we have access to everything. Yet, the
Yeah, I know.
obesity here is horrible. Health
Everything
is
that I
horrible.
research about health and wellness, oh, mabuti pa Australia, meron nito.
Hmm.
You know, here in the Philippines, we're um catching up so slow with
Right.
this kind of health and wellness thing. And for people here in the Philippines, health and wellness is something that's expensive. No, it's an investment.
Very
They have to
expensive.
realize that. Not until you're sick, please.
You're willing to
You're
sell anything and everything. You're gonna sell everything just to get healthy again. Just to let you guys know who are watching, she went from media, she went from the glitz and the glamour to
yeah.
becoming a certified naturopath, a yoga teacher. She is a teacher when it comes to she's aching to get back into gym, not only for herself, but for you to watch her. So before anything else, I just want everybody to know who's watching this. I'm gonna post all of her social media where she does teach as well as where she gives information about health because I want you guys to get healthy. I know what it's like to be sick. I had gout, and that is one of the worst feelings in the world. I have high cholesterol above the roof. It was so bad, the doctor called me and said, Ricky, one of your legs is already in the grave. I go, what do you mean? Your
Ah,
cholesterol is 2 times what is considered high. So health and wellness for me is passion for me, and that's why if you get a chance, follow Pink on any social media platform that she's
thank
on
you
because
so
she
much.
will give you what she has to give you. And this is funny. She went from quitting the media business to get healthy to utilizing media to share her word to get across to you guys.
Yeah.
Pink, is there any last message you'd like to share of hope for anybody that thinks, well, it's too late for me, or I don't know if I can do it, or it tastes too good for me to give up. Is there any word of encouragement and hope that you'd like to share with our viewers?
God has given us everything that we need right now. No matter where you are right now in your life. God has given you everything you need. And that is not a coincidence.
Mm-mm.
Utilize everything that will empower you. Feed yourself with all the things that you need: knowledge, positivity. If you need to go to church, go feed yourself, but your body, your mind, and soul. Don't forget that everything in this life, for me, is uh, we have to take it holistically. It's not just the body. We
Yep.
have to take care of our mind, and we have to take care also of our soul. And without that soul level or soul aspect, you really can't do these things for yourself. You will just, let your emotions, let your cravings, drive you crazy. You can do that. You just have to connect to the source, to the unlimited. Of course, we as humans, we can't do that alone.
Nope.
That's why I am so thankful being here in naturopathy, knowing pranic healing and arhatic yoga, that healing, that everything in this world is nothing without, the soul level, the spiritual aspect of it. So
Wow.
do things with your body, with your mind, and your soul.
That was amazing. That was wow. I have no words except for amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching, listening, whatever you're doing, if you accidentally landed on this channel, count your blessings, okay? If you ever need to connect with my buddy over here, Pink, I'm telling you, she will lead you on the path, and she will get you back to that health. She had tumors in her
Yeah.
body. She felt the pain. She knew what she had to do. She said the key word, and the key word is this. Number one, you cannot do it alone. Number two, empowering yourself with what? Empowering yourself with education, information, and most importantly, you have to make the choice to change. You have a support system.
So many experts like coaches, counselors, go
Get
get
it.
them, work with them, ask help from them. You
Blessed
don't
to have
have
you
to
today.
be a lone ranger, right?
No, you
We
don't.
can ask for help.
Greet our friends and family around the world in
Yeah.
your native tongue.
Mabuhay at pinagpalang araw sa lahat ng mga mahal ko sa buong mundo, dito sa Pilipinas, dito sa Valenzuela, at sa lahat ng mga bansa. Kung nasan man kayo ngayon, gusto ko palagi kayong masaya, and sana lagi kayong nag-e-enjoy dyan. At huwag kayong mag-aalala dito sa amin, dito sa Pilipinas. Okay naman kami dito, regardless of the situation right now. God bless you all, sending you divine light, love, and power, and more blessings.
Maraming salamat. Magtatagalog ako kahit baluktot sa mga kaibigan natin dito sa Amerika at sa buong mundo. It was an amazing pleasure having my friend Pink Caimen, who is going to be on our next show when it comes to health and wellness. She is going to be sharing with you her tips and her thoughts. Once again, breaking your barriers with Ricky and hanging out with local heroes. We'll see you on the next episode. Have an amazing day, everybody.